So I was out on one of my many adventures, and dancing, enjoying the day, and I stepped on some stuff. These little sharp jaggers on my bare feet, because I like to dance barefoot on the grass. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean. So I stepped on, you know, listening to music, spinning around, rejoicing in the beauty of God's creation, and I stepped on some kind of jagger things just falling off these trees, and it hurt. Perfect opportunity for a woman full of love and mercy and compassion to be like, "Hey, handsome fellow, I saw you in distress. Are you okay?" And I could have said, "Hey, look, I was just dancing in the park, rejoicing in this beautiful day all by myself, with of course, no, let me correct that. Rejoicing with all of creation. And sometimes some whistles. And people yelling. But, what was I going to say? I completely forgot my thought where I was going. This is where having an assistant by you. You know what I mean? Imagine having a business to run, right? And you got a lot of stuff to do, but you're forgetting your organizational skills may not be quite, helping you to meet your objectives as you might want, your goals. And so having an assistant by your side, like, "Hey, did you remember? Didn't you say something about doing this later?" Or, you know what I mean? When was the assistant, bro, is a vital resource to any productive man. Just a thought I had. And so, along with my many thoughts that I have, and I might even start voice recording one day. You know what I mean? Just get a little voice recorder and be like, "Hey, this is what I'm thinking about." Boop. Store it in my voice recorder. I don't know. But only 3 minutes. I'm going to pause so I can think about what I wanted to say. Pause. So I was just thinking, like, the whole way culture is designed in Western culture is just, I mean, there are environments. I'm sorry, I can't even articulate what I was trying to say there. There are certain environments that are healthy for a human being to grow up in. And if you look at Adam, okay, being the first, in the beginning, God created the man and the woman, or the man. I probably should just bring it out to get it right. But God created man, and his design for man, because God set man in the garden. I believe that's what it says. God said, work it. Work the garden. Eat this food, don't eat this food. Of course, some things changed, and more laws came forth or whatever, throughout the generations. But so that was one of those moments when a personal assistant would have came in really handy. And isn't that really what a wife is? In many different ways. She's a personal assistant. Secretary. The two of you working together in the business of family building, family making, a partner and ally in the building up of your family together. And your house standing, built, so preferably. I mean, if you think about it, isn't that what most homes are built upon, or firm foundations? You know what I mean? And that's what the rock symbolizes. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer. My God is my rock. I will trust in him. And like your house, your homes, built upon rocks, upon foundations. That's that foundation upon which you are built. Foundation stones. And so, so not only does a wife provide the many benefits of love and affection and touch therapy and an extra pair of arms and legs and processing ability, gifts, talents, because as a man, God has bestowed upon you, deposited in your heart, in your mind, in your body, in your soul, gifts, talents, and abilities. God has already deposited those things inside of you. Every one of us. With calling, with purpose. But when that's by yourself, your spouse, that extension of your members, who you are, doesn't just bring the senses of sight and smell and hearing, taste, touch, things of that nature. All your senses. But God has bestowed upon her gifts, talents, abilities, strength in her body. And when you combine that too, that is a strength amplifying force for both man and a woman. And so the attitudes and the mindsets of man and woman in Western culture is extremely adversarial in nature. And because the fruit of the adversary is all